talk about healthy grab-and-go lunch ideas today. We ran a poll on our Facebook page and we found out that everybody wants to learn about quick grab-and-go meals. Especially as it's getting colder outside, you want quick, simple things that are easy to take to work and you don't have to go running outside to a Starbucks in the middle of the day. Now, this salad is both healthy, grab and go, and it's warm. So that means that we are conquering all three of the needs that we heard from our fans. So to start off, we've got all of the ingredients. Now, we've got 1 head of kale, which we've already chopped and broken down, and we have a special features video which you can check out all about kale. Then we've got 1 cup of wild rice, extra virgin olive oil, freshly ground black pepper, half of a sweet onion and 1 large garlic clove, some feta cheese, some toasted chopped walnuts to go with our theme this week, some dried unsweetened cranberries, 2.5 cups of water, some kosher salt, 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So wild rice is important to rinse. So we've rinsed our rice in warm water for about 3 minutes and then drained off all the water. So we're just gonna put this down, and the key to starting the perfect pot of rice is getting our water poured into the pot. You want a pot big enough so the rice can expand. We're gonna turn on our burner to a nice high heat. Add a pinch of salt, which is gonna season our rice as it cooks. And then we're gonna go ahead and cover our pot and bring that to a boil. So it's time to pour in our rice. Give it a little shake, and then reduce the heat down to low, and we'll be simmering it for 25 minutes until all the water's evaporated. So here we've got a saute pan, and we're using a saute pan because it's got much higher sides, which is gonna make it easy to contain all of our leafy kale. We're gonna turn this up to medium heat, and we're gonna add just a little drop of olive oil into the bottom, about a teaspoon or 2. Once this gets nice and hot, in goes our onion and our garlic, and we're gonna saute that until it's soft and golden. So everything's softened up. We can see that the onions are getting a little bit translucent and the garlic's, it's getting super fragrant. I love it. So we're gonna add in our kale. See, this is why we use the big skillet, because we've got it just coming out of all the sides. There we go. And we're gonna just stir, whoops, run away, and incorporate some of that onion in here. And this is gonna start to cook down a bit for us. All right, so once we've got it coated with our onions and a little bit of our olive oil, we're gonna add 1 more little pinch of salt. We're gonna add in our cranberries so they can get nice and toasty. And then we'll be adding in our mustard. There we go. Our honey. You can also use maple syrup. You don't have to use honey. And then the juice of 1 lemon. And now the trick when you're squeezing a lemon in, use your hand to catch any of the seeds. Perfect. Give this another stir. All right, so we're just gonna keep stirring and cooking down our kale for another 5 minutes, then we're gonna be checking on our rice. Okay, so our wild rice is all done. And really what we wanna do is cook it until it's just fork tender. Okay, perfect. You can see that some of our little bits of grain in here are starting to pop open, which is good, that'll happen. But, you know, we haven't cooked out all the water, but that's also totally fine. So we're gonna turn off the heat, and we're gonna come over to our skillet here, and that's where we've got our kale mixture. And I'm using a slotted spoon here, and I'm just gonna drain off the extra liquid. You could also drain it into the sink. I'm just trying not to dirty things, that's totally fine. And just add it into our skillet. So we're gonna give this 1 good stir so it all comes together. So our seasonal ingredient this week are walnuts. They are amazingly, you know, they're really healthy, they're filled with monounsaturated fats, and they are, you know, that amazing brain food. So it's good for a quick day on the go. We're just gonna add about 1/4 cup here, and we'll stir them in so they get nice and incorporated. And this is gonna be that good fat that kind of keeps you full and balances out the carbs that we have in our dish. Now the next thing, what I love, is feta cheese. It's a little indulgent, but not too indulgent, and we're not gonna use a lot. We're just gonna add a little bit of crumbled feta in here, and that's gonna add some nice saltiness. It's also gonna blend and into our dish without melting, so it's gonna kind of hold its integrity. This dish is one that I like to serve on a little bit of raw kale. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't like raw kale. I just find that it helps to fill out the dish, and it looks really pretty because it's all curly. And it's just a little extra goodness. So see, we've got all the colors in here. It's beautiful, and it keeps perfectly in the fridge for up to 3 days. So you just pop it into some Tupperware, and you're gonna have the perfect lunch. But now I get to try it, so that's my favorite part anyway. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good, and it's not too acidic from the lemon, because remember, we don't have any olive oil in our dressing. It's just lemon and honey and that Dijon mustard, but it's balanced. It's got a nice hit of acidity, and it's got that sweet and savoriness that makes it that perfect, comforting, warm grab-and-go lunch. So remember, a little Tupperware, pop it into the microwave when you're ready to enjoy it, or you can always have it cold, and you're gonna have the perfect grab-and-go lunch. Thanks so much for checking out The Hot Plate. Make sure to check out this and all of our amazing recipes and episodes at thehotplate.com, and updates on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thehotplate.